This is a tale of the Ark of Eshka, of the Hylian king Ganoramus, and the 4 unlikely heroes that must grow in the unity of the spirit of the hero they received to stop him. After getting some much-needed rest from their battles, our heroes woke up in Kakariko village and prepared for their next journey, running various errands and checking out the local library, and then setting off towards Zora City of the Zora domain, home to the Zoras. They opted to take the most difficult route available to them, which cost them plenty of time to do so and caused them to encounter various monsters along the way. However, these enemies were quickly disposed of with either a swift bomb arrow of Kogoro's new bow or a swift, cowardly sprint away from facing off with evil. Once they got to Zora City, Gyarados used his various connections he had with people to force himself upon an innocent man's humble abode, claiming he was a good friend. The man seemed less than happy about this situation, yet unable to say no to Gyarados' charisma. Zelda paid him for his troubles, as well as any caused in the past and future. The next morning, our heroes awoke to find that Guy was gone. Despite their efforts to find him, he seemed to be nowhere in the Zora domain. Thankfully, Zelda had a rune to track down the pieces of the Triforce, and she used it to track down Guy's location. As they followed Zelda's Sheikah slate, the party ended up in a cliff in the province of Terry. But instead of Guy, they found
Kyrovern
named Arbit.
Kyrovern
Kyroverns are a species that used to live underground until the blood moon ceased and all of the monsters fled underground, driving them out. Many know them for their skill and talent in crafting, but few know where they live. With their new member of the party in tow and one less fish person in their midst, they headed back to Zora City. There they met with the king, Lord Larius! He told them that they had to go defeat monsters on Crab Rock and play matchmaker for Princess Rova in order to gain access to the Temple of Wisdom. Once they've done that, they'll be one step closer to defeating Ganoramus.
She's got 99 problems, and traveling with these weirdos certainly is 98 of them. It's Black Rose Storm! From the muck he rises every Monday to play ZeldaQuest, despite this being only every other Monday. And to the muck he shall return in solid state! People say nothing is impossible, but he does nothing every day. It's free and adventure. The day will come when the day that he comes up with a good joke is the day that Zelda will actually become playable. It's Kate Grovile. I'm Will, your game master who bippity boppity has bees on his property, and this is ZeldaQuest. Woo! Thankfully, no, it's just wood bees. And got into my, new deck. Yep. But yeah. Welcome in, everyone. I see we got Silver in here doing a little work and redeemed daily hat to get a cloche hat. Nice. Or cloche. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyways. Something like that. And I see you, Alex. Thank you so much for the raid. I've of course got to give you a raid dance. And Master Chief, you are here. Wow, proud of you. Good job. It didn't play the wait. It didn't play the sound. Whatever. Well, it's because it's not on that specific scene for the player intros. Yep. But yeah, but anyways, we had a raid, so naturally it's time for the raid dance. All right. Woo! Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. And thank you so much for the raid, Alex. Really appreciate it. What was that? Yeah. Covering up Alex's boyfriend's face, we've got our stream schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is our lunch hour streams. We have, of course, as you can see, another stream in Monday evenings, and Saturdays are in the mornings. We do tabletop RPGs, Nintendo games, and some other things here and there. Woo! Lack of sound. What? Wait, did the music not play on stream? Oh. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Now chat knows what we see.
And
all the time.
Imagine Coconut Mall music over that. There you go. Just use your imagination.
Just edit the VOD.
No, it can't be. No,
this is funny.
I am not editing. I am not having to download a 4-hour video just to go in and put a little bit of whatever on it. No.
Oh, come on.
For the content.
Yeah, for the content.
Wait, that means that they might not be able to hear you guys.
Download the video.
I don't know. Can they hear
Hold
us?
on. Let me see here. Speaker, where
Can
is
you hear me, honey?
it?
Yeah, I can hear us on the stream.
Really? What?
I can hear everything on the stream.
Oh, they wanted it. What?
Before, now we can.
Oh, speak now. Oh, wait, what? Gearbox.
Hello.
There we go.
I guess it works.
There we go. All right. Well,
it works.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be working now.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Fix it.
No, whatever. Whatever works. Okay.
Alrighty. Yes. Welcome to ZeldaQuest Woo. And for those that were part of the raid that haven't been to one of these, just note that chat interaction is going to be less than usual. We are reading all your messages, but that we're not going to be reading them out loud on stream or replying out loud on stream. So we're going to be mostly interacting with you guys in chat. So yeah, just a little bit different than normal. And
we secretly don't read chat at all.
What? Yeah. Oh, I just realized I need to fix the credits to make them re-roll along the side of the screen. Where'd that go? No, it's all falling apart.
Pro streamer right here.
Oof.
Oh, we lost Rose for a second.
Nope, I hit the wrong button.
Stop hitting buttons.
I already
Rose.
did that too. So
Buttons are banned.
why would they put buttons?
No.
there?
Buttons are cringe.
Oh no, I like
One
buttons.
day
Originally, I was
no
going to be
names.
nice to you, but now I'm not.
We'll just think telepathically what we want one day, and then things will happen. There
But
won't
I
be
like
any more
buttons because with buttons I can do this.
Yeah, but
You could control the sun.
Yes,
yes.
I
Yep,
can
that's how that
control the
works.
sun in my room. Mind blowing
Like
with
us.
a button.
Wow.
Wow.
That fix it? No? Why? Oh, I see why. I'm a dork. There we go. Now the credits are rolling along the side of the screen. For further credits and links and stuff, you guys can do Zelda Quest, and there is more deets there. And there's also a little like TLDR about what's happened so far in the campaign in there. Just yeah. You see you do read char? I do read chat. Yeah. And also
Always
I read
read
char.
the char.
Yeah, we
Always
read
read the char.
Oh,
Yeah.
The char.
Charizard is probably one of the easiest ones to read in Super Smash Bros. You just can always expect him to do the like. "Zah!"
I wonder if he's going to side B.
Yeah,
Did it
exactly.
again,
I wonder.
That was a good sound.
but somehow it always works.
Rose getting a top hat. Nice. Alrighty. Now, okay. One of the you got a kepi type hat. Yeah. One of the traditions that we do on every game that I GM is roll for Rayquaza. So let's go ahead and do so and see if anyone spawns the beast.
Does that make sense, having a legendary Pokemon in a
Oh,
Zelda
I was
game?
close. I was pretty close.
They had Rayquaza in a Zelda game before. The Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
I was two numbers. I had 1, 2, 3, and I had two
Well, you're not
threes,
wrong.
and then a 5, 6.
Hold on. Why is it being so rude?
Oh, Nancy was also. Wait, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's no 7.
There's just a couple kinks that we're just kind of ironing out because I'm on a new computer. Stack a hat can do.
A computer that's not a laptop?
A
I
computer
know,
that's
right?
not
Yeah.
slow.
That's not...
Everything's running so much smoother. It's crazy.
Wow, I wonder why that is. Wow.
Yeah.
Who would
And
have thought?
I have all the same amount of stuff open and more, and I'm only using 1% of my CPU now instead of 100.
Welcome to my world. The world of the desktop computer.
Cat!
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Alrighty. Looks like no one got the Rayquaza, so we shall
goodness.
return to the great land of Hyrule. So, when we last left our heroes, y'all were in the Zora City. You guys just finished up talking to the king, and we're so you've got 2 goals now, right? You got to find the fish a bachelor for the fish bachelorette, the princess.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Yep.
I completely forgot about that.
And then also you guys got to find the you got to defeat the monsters on Crab Rock. It
The
is
easier of the two.
Yeah. It is presently
much
late in the evening. And so they're I wouldn't say late. It's probably like 6 or something. So they were saying, hey, maybe we will do this first thing in the morning.
I say we go fight monsters now. While it's dark out.
Well,
They won't see it coming.
Well, I feel like we probably rely on sight more than the monsters do, but
Yeah, that's
Right.
correct. If monsters, their whole thing is nighttime, right? So, it doesn't make sense to do it in their thing. Let's do it in our thing.
Fine. Taking all the fun out of this.
That was the king speaking. By the way, let me put back up the picture of the king. There we go.
Oh, I know that was the king, and I say that directly to the king.
Oh no! I was giving that context to the chat. Yo, Master Chief, welcome in. How you doing, friend? Alrighty. So Zelda will chime in and be like,
Well, no, he's got a point. So let's, we can use this time to go and, I guess, prepare ourselves. We could scout it out if you want.
Yes, scouting sounds good. At least then we can know what we will be up
Leave.
against.
Let's just get out of here.
I mean, we've been walking all day, right?
"Oh yeah. You just fetched Arbit."
Probably good to get some sleep if we've been walking all day.
Oh, but I love walking. I do it all the time.
I thought you fluttered or something. Don't have
Can you
wings?
not fly with those wings?
I know he
No.
said it 10 times, but
No.
Well,
that is a missed
that's because you haven't
opportunity.
tried yet.
Yes.
You just gotta
You must
spread your
try.
wings. Here, I pick them up. Fly. And then I
Can
drop
you
them.
even lift
I-
him up?
I'm just gonna flutter them and then just
And then fall to the ground.
I just glide down to the ground.
Or you
Like,
can glide.
oh, yeah.
You can glide. Oh, that's
See?
even better.
Well,
I can throw you high in the air, and then you can just glide.
that's more like falling with style, you know, from what I can see. But
But it would work.
Would it? I don't think so.
well, there's only one way to find out.
Anything that'll get us out of here. I don't like the way that one's looking at me.
I don't like the way any of them are looking at me.
It's damp and cold
Damn.
and bald.
I think that is the princess that you are talking about, comrade.
I don't respect the monarchy.
I mean, same, but now's not the time for that.
I'm into each their own, I guess.
I'm gonna roll his perception real quick.
I hope he's
We're
got really
trying to
good
dethrone
perception.
the last place with the Gorman. We're just gonna dethrone every single nation.
We could have done it, okay? We could have
We could have.
dethroned.
I know. I was totally on board with that.
It was only because of Guy
uh,
that I
well,
didn't get to
Guy's not
attack.
here anymore now, is he?
True.
Go back.
We could teleport ourselves back to the Goron place and try and take it over. Get rid of Doug.
Oh my goodness.
I'm okay with that.
I also think that
No, wasn't
Zelda
Doug
was against it too.
Both.
Well, Zelda, you know.
Zelda can stay here. We can go there. It's easy.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
How about we finish what we're doing here, since we walked all the way here. Then
Speaking
we
of
killed
which, don't we have a new song now that we can use or something to teleport ourselves here? Does the king know a song? I would assume the king would know
Well,
a
that would
song.
be convenient.
It would
There
be.
we go. Now the audio duplication's fixed. He was the guy always yelling. Oh, sorry, that was off topic. What?
Does the king know a song that we can play to teleport ourselves back here whenever we want?
Oh, that's what you asked him.
Oh, I know some birds that know some songs. They were actually here the other day looking for you.
Oh.
Well, what all they know?
I think they said that they were. Where were they heading? They might. I don't think they left. They might be in town still.
We will find them
We
tomorrow.
will find the birds.
I mean, really, they're birds in a place full of fish people. How hard could they be to find?
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, they'd probably be up in the air.
It is dark.
It's getting dark. It's not quite dark yet.
When you say birds, you mean like birds or like bird people?
Bird people. Yeah.
I would assume the Rito.
Yes. Rito.
Okay, let's go find some birds.
Okay.
Um,
I cast Find Bird.
one of the so that guard that had like spoken up last time. What's his face? What did I have his face as?
He definitely had a face.
Or did he? He's
know
just that unrememberable.
His name is Topa.
Generic.
Yeah. He
Generic Zora name.
yeah. He chimes in and is like,
Oh, by the way, it's I think I did see them. I think I did see some Rito coming through. I can help you out.
Good. That will help.
Lead the
Let's
way,
go.
friend.
It's always my pleasure to help someone in need. You know, always there to be the hero for anyone that needs such a hero.
He says
the
as he's
heroes.
like, and as he's
Okay.
saying this, he's just kind of like making side glances to the princess.
I go up to him and I pat him on the back as gently as I can, well, as gently as a Goron can, to somebody who's not a Goron, and I whisper into his ear after he picks himself back up after I knocked him to the ground. I whisper in his ear and I go, I think you are spreading it a little bit too thick, comrade. I think you need to tone it down a little bit.
Yo, Stars, welcome in. How you doing, friend? He replies, this way. And he leads you. He leads you down to the complete other end of the town, to a part that you just didn't really happen to go because you didn't really have a reason to. It's not like it's a bad area. You just didn't have a reason to be there.
Did the princess didn't follow us, right?
Correct.
Who would have? So I would have been getting out of there really fast. Who would have been right behind me?
Me, probably.
I'm going to go up to you and say, hey, what do I do? What do I do about the Zora princess? I don't like her. Turn her down.
Well, you know.
Did we hear this conversation? Oh,
Huh?
Well enough, probably.
Let me tell you a thing or two about Zora Princess.
I don't like her. That's great.
I'm too young. I'm too young for this. I'm too young.
How
for
old
this.
are you?
In your years or our years?
Well, Gorons age differently than Hylians anyway.
Well, in Hylian years, Goron years, or our years?
What are you?
We'll do Hylian because it's the most simplest.
Oh, in Hylian, and he starts thinking. He goes, 25.
Well, my young friend. There
How
comes a
old is the
time
Zora
in-
princess?
There comes a time in every young winged demon creature's life that he's gotta. I don't know where I was going with that.
That sounds exactly like what your character would say.
That's exactly what I did say.
Arbit is watching with extreme intent to follow through on whatever the first thing said to him is.
See,
So
Just
life-
let her down gently and it'll
life
be fine.
is like those wings of yours. You know that they're small, and sometimes it might feel like you don't know how to fly, but sometimes you just gotta let go and try something, and things will.
I'm just
see
gonna get
following the
really
guy.
annoyed and just
I
like
just-
walk past everybody and just follow the guard because I'm so done with the conversation.
No, I think you're right. I think I just gotta fly.
You just gotta fly. Just
And he
do
nods
it.
and
I
he
pick him up and I
continues-
just walk him
It's
off
great
the
to
bridge.
meet you, new friend. Welcome,
Continues
welcome.
on his way. He seems better.
Someone you
I don't
know.
know how that related to anything, but we
Yeah, that's one
continue
of my best
on.
friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Hi, Tom.
But anyways, so Rova is currently disguised, right? What is your current disguise?
I look like Inteca right now,
Oh yeah.
so
Okay.
a Sheikah dude.
Yep.
They'll
Here, I'll
never
pull up
suspect.
an image of such. There we go. There he is. There's our boy.
Yeah, That's me. That's yeah.
That clearly, definitely not a Zora.
And
I am
I'm pretty
don't even know
sure
what a Zora
that when you met Arbit here, Solid State
Yeah,
Scourger,
I've been in Tekka ever since I've known him.
Oh.
Pretty much.
So even when you went all the way up to Terry, you remained.
Well, ever since I've been relatively in the Zora area, like I've been disguised, and it's just bind magic, so it stays until I get rid of it. So I'm not taking any risks here.
There. Yo, Doc Jazz, welcome, new friend. Is this also someone you know?
That's my sister.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh well, if that's the case, then we have to do something here. We have to redeem this.
No.
Just for you, Rosa's sister.
You're the first. You're the absolute first. Shut up, Ben. You're the first too. Redin, remember when I said that I was gonna stop with the conversation in the chat earlier? Yeah, now I'm just going to do it. Now you have to wear the maid outfit.
Jeez. Yep, she's lost.
Shut up, Tom!
Oh man. Alrighty. All right. So, as you guys are traveling along, you all spot a Zora that you except for Arbit. Arbit is the only one that would not recognize this Zora, but though it looks pretty much spot on to like what Rova looks like.
I go over to Groval's character and I whisper, "Is that your sister?"
Just keep walking.
But we could take her now.
Just in the middle of this. That's a bad idea.
But it's almost dark out.
Ixnay on the aching tay.
One bomb arrow is all it would take. I have 9 of them.
She's tougher than she looks.
I could shoot 2 then. Kill 2 birds with 1 fish.
I don't think I think we're here to find the birds, not kill them.
I just keep walking. I don't even want to look at her. I don't even want to acknowledge her existence. We're the heroes.
I just go, well, missed opportunity then. Just keep on walking.
You need to stop talking right now.
As you guys are walking along, actually, can I get from Rova here? Can I get a Arcana check?
Uh-oh. That would be under wisdom.
Yeah, no, I have decent Arcana.
Hey, Black.
But I rolled poorly, so.
Yo, how's it going there? How's it going there, Talvi? Good seeing you. All right. As you guys are walking along, if you have better perform, you can do perform instead. Actually,
I don't know. I have decent Arcana. I just rolled bad.
Okay, fair.
I'm a magic user.
As you guys are walking along, she is straight up staring daggers at quote unquote in Tekka.
I stare death daggers back at her.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Sure. But
Yes.
though, like she okay. Let me say this. She's staring daggers, but though she doesn't, but though also like her, like, you know, her eyes are slightly raised. It's like there's kind of like a mixture of like intense hatred, but also just being unsure.
I go to Rose's character and I say, should we go confront her? Because she's looking at us kind of funny.
As much as I want to, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Stop
Missed
talking.
opportunity.
She's right there. She's right there. You're being like, I can't, like, so the disguise doesn't change my voice, so I'm not saying a word right now. I'm just gonna like look back, give a nod at her, and then I'm gonna keep walking as if I belong.
We are heroes. We are supposed to stop the bad guys. That is what
Hilda's
our
up.
job is, it not?
Stop talking.
I don't understand this hero business at all.
So you guys keep marching along, and you guys get just, you know, sneak on by or avoid confrontation, really. And
I would have confronted that.
yeah.
Would have been fun.
But though, as you are going, the guard leads you all the way to a inn that's kind of like in just along a path that goes out from the town that was just in the other direction that you came in from. So it's just kind of like on the other side of the town. You just, like I said before, you just didn't have a reason to be over here. But though you start hearing some familiar music playing from this inn, if I can properly find it. There it is.
Of course they are playing this song. Never
Only
get
song
for-
he ever plays. Doesn't know any other songs. Come on, Rito. It's been 100 some odd years. You know one song.
I mean, at the time it was a good song.
It was, but like, come on, man.
Now they just play it too much.
It was a
You know,
hit
it's
one day.
having a comeback these days. It's, you know,
Yeah.
If you
I like
say
it.
so.
I think
it's
it's good.
nostalgic to some people.
Yes, but this would be the first time you hear of it, isn't it?
No,
I get.
listen. I'm well
Imagine
cultured.
hearing
for
it a
him?
lot.
Oh yes, for him absolutely.
But you don't know that.
We don't
Roll
not know
civilization.
that.
That's presumptuous.
Roll civilization.
Oh. 14.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
As a matter of fact.
What just got dominated?
Right.
You know, as
I
a matter of
forgot
fact, he's
that
a
you
music
actually have
connoisseur.
civilization.
We
Yeah,
discussed this. You knew this.
isn't that
I'm
like his
remembering this
best
now.
trait? Isn't that his best stat?
Yes, actually.
He has
Yeah.
a-
You had him
a
roll
music-
his best stat.
I forgot that he built his character to know everything, but not quite know everything.
I know a lot. I just never
You
seen
know a lot about a little.
No.
Very specific. That's
He's
like
read a
me.
lot of books.
Yeah.
I'm
I-
really good at Jeopardy, but if I went into a city, I would probably wander into the worst areas and just die.
That's a great way to put your character.
Yeah.
Master
Yes.
of nothing.
Except civilization. But yes, so you recognize this song as an old Rito song that's like passed down from generation to generation, specifically amongst this group of this specific group of musicians that are essentially trained and know a lot about songs of power and songs that are generally meant to help the hero, essentially, right?
This sounds like one of them songs they use to help the hero.
Well, isn't that
Well,
convenient?
it's not so much that the song helps the hero, but the people playing the song usually do.
Well, you know, I'm something of a hero myself.
Well, let's go see if they have a song that allows us to teleport back here whenever we want.
Wouldn't that be convenient?
It would be.
All right.
Because there are ways we can go about
Very
things.
convenient timing.
Yeah. All right. So you enter, you go in, you meet up with them, and the moment. Oh wait, nope. Firstly, oh, we can't. Oh, there's a bad word in there. Nope, can't let that one in.
No bad words,
Sorry
people.
there. You're gonna have to try again there, Talvi. And remove the bad word. Try again. You can just put it in chat. But though, you'll find it. But though I'm not saying what word it is out loud. I literally, I'm not in a position to do that. But though okay. But anyways, back to this. You guys are come in, and the moment that they see you, they wave you down. Bazba, the male, the husband in the duo, like kind of waves you down with his bow. You over here.
Oh yeah, I forgot you made them German or Swedish or something.
Hello, my feathered friend. What brings you to this abode?
It is good to see you as well. Your voice sounds a little strange there, Linteka.
No. Well, yes, I've been getting over a cold lately. You know how it is, this wet, soggy place.
I see that the party has changed quite a bit here. Is what has happened to the Zora that were with you?
Zora? There was no. Oh, you mean guy? Yes. He's busy. Someone else.
He's we don't know where he is.
Wait, am I tied now?
Perfect.
I'm not in position to be talking right now.
You're not
Where-
God.
You
You're
are
not
a
God.
person.
Good.
That is
You know-
for sure.
I'd be
All
really
right.
worried. His like essence was in me.
All right,
could be.
Gradian. That one came in as a talk like a nerd, and then she had to remove a word. So go ahead, talk like a nerd with that one.
Oh, goody. Thank you so much, Black. Appreciate that. Ugh. Okay.
In the old age, black was not counted fair, or if it were, it bore not beauty's name, but now is black beauty's successive heir, and beauty slandered with a shame. For since each hand hath put on nature's power, faring the foul with arch false borrowed face, sweet beauty hath no name, no holy power, but is profane. if not lives in disgrace.
There you go.
Cool.
I regret everything.
Did you get a token of heroism for that? Or
Oh, wait. There we go. Yes. All right. Yeah, so they'll teach you the so yes, they continue on. So where are they? And then Zelda chimes in.
So we don't know what happened to Guy, but this Arbit here is who has his piece of the his fragment of the Triforce in his place, and this man over here in Tekka is well,
man.
he does have the piece of the Triforce. He does have the fragments.
Yep, it's right here. Always did.
Yeah, you're able to like put your hand up and it will still glow.
Yeah. That's me.
Yo, Dolly finding a newsboy cap. Nice. So the there's whatchamacallit. Okay, sorry, my ADHD is just being extra today.
The Recall Gaming and their 7 friends have just raided the channel.
Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome. Great to see all y'all in here today. How was your stream, Burr? What were you doing? What were you up to there, friend? All right. Oh, you guys can see the bottom right, my schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are lunch hour streams. What evenings? We have an additional stream on Mondays, you can see. And Saturdays are in the morning. We do tabletop RPGs and also Nintendo games and other things. Welcome in. Have some hearts. I'll gladly take some hearts. Absolutely. Have some hearts back. Heart. But yeah, so welcome in. Burr also does tabletop RPGs. If you haven't checked out his tabletop RPG yet, absolutely do so. He does a Kingdom Hearts themed one on his channel. There you go. Yeah. Oh, you're doing some randomizer stuff? Nice. That sounds fun. Yes, go get food. Go get food and sleep. Do it. I dare you. Alrighty. And for those that haven't been in a ZeldaQuest stream before, note that chat's not really going to be read out loud. We are reading it. I'll be replying in the chat itself for the most part. It's not going to be really read out loud, except for like maybe a few things here or there that we feel is on topic or whatever. We're always reading it. It's just, hydrate.
Might just hydrate.
Oh, yeet the hat. Can do. Wait, I should see if I can get it onto the hook.
How dare you, Master Chief?
The rare double eat.
Not even close.
But the not so rare.
Alrighty. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so you guys were interacting with Bazba and Trebi Cleft, this husband and wife duet that travel around. They both play cello, and they are in the line of musicians, that Cass was in and stuff.
Their cello sounds very much so like a violin.
They're definitely cellos. This is legit
yeah.
recorded with only cellos.
It's a Hylian
Was it?
cello, otherwise
Oh.
known as
We had this
violin.
discussion last time that came up.
Did we?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did.
remember.
Yeah, violins are way higher pitched.
We argued with Will for about 3 minutes on if they were violins or cellos.
I honestly don't remember.
I do.
I didn't remember this conversation either, but I'm glad you did.
You have a song for us.
Pokemon in. Okay, so yeah, you guys are interacting with them. With Rova being disguised as Inteka, they're like,
Oh, interesting. So both of the fish are suddenly gone, not worthy, dead. Do we know what?
What?
To which Zelda replies, well, no, we don't.
What?
We don't
What?
know.
What other fish? There was only one fish. There was only one fish. I remember. Have we met these people before? I don't.
Anyway.
I say that out loud.
Despite
No.
despite the lack of fish, there seems to be something fishy with your party. But
Tell me about it.
Maybe it's
alas,
the
alas.
The winged demon creature.
Let me. Nonetheless, the reasons are not of my concern. As if there's something that you're hiding is for good reason. We can trust those with the fragments of the Triforce of Courage and the soul wielder of the Triforce of Wisdom.
Mhm.
With that, we do have some new gems that it is time to teach you. If you are ready for them. We were trying to find you after you completed the trial up at the top of the volcano, but the weather prevented us from approaching.
Lava do be like that.
And it totally wasn't because the some kind of force outside of the game forgot or something like that. Something like that.
Definitely did.
It was very hot there. Yeah.
Yes. We've got 2 songs. This one we were supposed to teach you at the top of the volcano after you had completed your the trials there. It is known as Farewell to Gibdos.
And they will play that one, which is
Oh, that hurts the ears like a
Yeah.
nail to a chalkboard. Oh boy.
Astounding performance. Encore.
Why'd it need to have so many notes?
Then there's
All the other
one
ones are 3
more,
to 4.
known
That's what
as
we're gonna
the Serenade of Water.
That's not the fair word to give it. Listen, I think I messed up. I didn't really. I definitely. Those are the correct notes. I think I messed up the timing of the notes, like how long they should be and stuff.
That doesn't matter in the games. You just play each note. It doesn't matter how. fast.
Exactly.
Suddenly it works.
But no,
Thanks
I
for
literally
playing.
looked up the notes to this.
Then this is the Serenade of Water.
What?
Well, you got it. It was just.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that was right.
Dang. There you go.
Play the
That's
entire
the one.
song.
Which is yeah, I completely yep. Thanks, bird people. I hate it.
Tom, shush! You stay out of the conversation.
Would sound like birds could make
Oh
music.
boy.
Tom sounds like a great guy.
We've been friends for, oh gosh, a very long time. I think like 15 years now, almost.
Oh, jeez.
We've been friends for a very long time.
Okay, so Farewell to Gibdos, they explain to you, is a song that creates a zone of joyful music around you, which your allies will love, and evil or undead creatures will hate. Specifically, evil or undead creatures.
If there are people that dislike you, but they are not monsters, you know, of the lineage of, you know, the ones created by malice and the, you know, the that kind of evil, then you are it matters not.
I look over at Groval's character. Could this work on your sister too?
I didn't know you had a sister there in Tekka.
She's adopted.
Line it up. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's good. Yo, Stars, you got a pilgrim hat. Good job.
Like awkwardly, like I know what's going on. Totally.
Then, of course, the serenade of water, it will warp you to the nearby here in the Zora City.
Cool. Do you have any songs that can let us go to your village too?
Yes, but it is not the right time for that. You are not ready.
So do you need like 24 hours or something?
No, we have to walk to the village first because to
Well,
prove
that's
that
just silly.
This is part of the part of the tradition. Their location is a key aspect to the type to the songs that we perform for you.
Oh.
This tradition.
Yep.
I still think it's silly.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my
thank
goodness.
you, feathered friends. Bye.
Yes. Farewell.
Goodbye, feather comrades.
Thanks. I love you. Bye.
You're
Trevi
not
speaks up.
supposed to say it like that.
Farewell.
Says who?
You are just going to make this very awkward.
I'm just gonna give like a respectful nod as I
Red
pass
Redemption.
by.
Alrighty. You guys move on, mosey on along. What do you guys do now? So the guard that was taking you with was just kind of waiting outside. He didn't actually come in. And it's like,
Did you find them?
Yes, we found
Oh,
them.
the birds. Yeah, we found. Yeah.
We
Well,
definitely
good.
found them.
So, yeah, it's starting to get late. The king did say that we can arrange some places for you to reside for the night within the castle.
What time is it right
In the
now,
castle?
roughly?
It is probably like 7 or 8. Sun's going down.
I
but
look
not-
at the guard and I ask him, "Do you know any place within this big city to get some good food? I am hungry."
Oh,
feel
we
like
can. The king was wanting to throw a throw a little. It was going to be a surprise, but there's when you get there, act surprised, okay? But there's going to be food there.
Oh,
Oh,
even
what?
better.
Alrighty.
He's going to throw a what?
You
Throw
know,
a fit.
a little shindig. You know, where you dance and
No.
stuff to celebrate your no.
No.
Who cares about the dancing? I just want the food.
I'm gonna be sitting in the corner, like eating while everyone dances.
I think that will make you stand out even more.
We're all gonna be sitting in like 4 separate corners of for different
Literally,
reasons.
though.
Can you imagine?
It's only solid second week and he already knows.
I just had to be traumatized in the right way. From a fish.
You people are not very sociable at all, are you?
Zelda
Jeez.
can entertain them.
I
You know why I'm not
I
being
have
sociable
no
at this
such
station?
social ability. I'm probably worse at that talking
But-
stuff.
I mean,
but
I can
you
tell,
are-
but
But
you
you
are the representative of the party.
That doesn't
Nor-
make it any better. Listen,
not.
I gain more. I get drained at parties very easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
But-
I could get killed at this party
But-
very easily. So step up and
But you are a princess. You would have dealt with things like this. Would
Yes.
you not?
And I don't like it.
Wait, I'm
she's an
sorry.
introvert, okay?
Well, then why were you born as the princess then?
That's not my choice.
Hmm.
Listen, did you think I wanted dad that, is who my dad is?
Well, like they always say, you can't pick your family, but you can pick the nose.
Do Gorons have noses?
What?
Of course we have noses.
Everyone's just like looking at the Goron's face now. It's like, where?
Isn't that how that saying goes? Or something? I
They do.
don't
They do
know.
have noses.
You're right.
I don't think now is the time to be doing that with family, but we go to the party.
All right.
Let's
You
go
do-
get food.
You guys return, and suddenly, like you as from the outside, you can hear the music playing, and by the time
You had to pick this song.
oh, absolutely, I
played
just
too much
had it
Paper
already
Mario.
loaded in Roll20. I like to note that I didn't have this party thing planned out ahead of time. I just came up with all this on the spot.
You had to pick the worst Paper Mario game.
No. It is my favorite.
You like that game?
I did.
You like
to be fair,
Origami
I've never
King?
played another Paper Mario game. That's my first and only, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, you poor unfortunate soul.
But anyways,
I mean,
You
this
guys
music is
all-
a jam, though.
yes, yeah, dude, soundtrack of that thing. Mwah.
I will say
Anyways,
the music's probably the best thing about that game.
But yeah, so you guys enter. There is a disco ball. None of you have seen a disco ball before.
Shiny thing.
I have now.
I was gonna say Arbit was told the fake surprise, but he doesn't need to. It's all genuine.
Yeah, because he's probably never been to a party this big before.
Correct.
or seen this many people in one place.
Correct.
I'm gonna like stand frozen and just be like staring at everybody.
I'm gonna hide
I'm gonna-
behind Goro.
Do we need to like roll for social anxiety here?
I'm gonna guess that Arbit like has never been to a party. Period.
Yeah.
I've been to
Does
too many
Arbit
parties.
still not know that we have Princess Zelda with us?
Oh no, he figured it out. He said.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say.
Alrighty, so you guys are what do you guys do? Dealing and
I am hiding behind Goro because I don't want to come into contact with anyone. If
I am
come-
heading straight for the food.
If I come into contact with anyone, it'll go through my illusions. So I'm just gonna hide behind. Like I'm just sticking with Goro, using him as like a shield.
Does Kogoro see a table full of food?
Yes.
He rushes over there, trying to not knock over anybody, probably failing miserably at it.
As you start heading that way, suddenly everyone firstly the king chimes in and was like, "Hey, everyone, look! Those five right there that just entered, those are our heroes! Give it up for our heroes! Woo!"
I start waving.
I'm gonna like take a step back.
He's like waving, and all the rest of us are just like backing away.
What is wrong with you guys? Come on, let's go. Eat. Party.
Oh, what's wrong right now?
Be fun.
Do you think
I
it's
haven't
too-
Live
even
a
fought.
little.
They love me.
Do you think it's too late to turn into a Lionel and run away?
Let's go. Food.
Zelda. I like it, but no,
Maybe later.
not this time. Gonna hide by the table, snacking cautiously.
Yeah, Kogoro has like no social anxiety whatsoever. He's like, whatever.
I would be fine if this were a party in any other kingdom. I would be totally fine. I was
What is
not trying to
does Zanzi go get
avoid
food?
murder right now.
No, she's just like not sure what to do, so she's like leaning on the wall, like shaking a little bit.
Zelda at first joins you, and then like a couple minutes later is like,
I'm gonna go grab some food. Do you want some food?
I'm just gonna like silently shake my head.
okay. She then rushes over to be with Goro and Arbit.
As she's coming up, am I surrounded by a couple of Zora at the food table?
Oh, there's Zora everywhere.
Okay, so I grab a plate of food, and then I take some Goron spice out of my backpack, and I start sprinkling it onto the food. And then I start convincing the other Zoras to do the same.
This would have
Wait,
been
onto your
You mean the
plate or
gunpowder?
onto the like serving plate?
No, onto my plate.
Okay.
And then I pass it around to them, and I tell them, come on, it is good. It will help spice up your food. It will
Will
make
still
it
thought
better.
This was gunpowder.
Yes, for some odd
It's
reason, he
just
still thought it was
feeding everyone
gunpowder.
gunpowder to like.
Yes.
It's got
Metal
a
Gear
rather
Solid
explosive
2 them.
taste.
Uh-oh. Where'd
I'm going to just roll some straight
Did
luck
anyone else
checks
as well?
for the fish that are eating
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll be fine. The worst thing that'll happen
No.
is it'll be a little spicy.
this. Oh yeah, that's the thing is like how many of these can resist? Nope, none of them can. All of them are just like
Oh, come on. It's not
you said
that
this
bad.
is Goron spice there, friend?
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you before, Will. What'd you
You
say?
said this is Goron spice?
Yes, it is 2 times spicier. Now
Only-
with added
only 2?
spice. Yes.
Excuse me.
and goes to the like punch bowl or whatever.
So, of all the Zora gathered here, do I see a familiar face anywhere among the crowd?
There,
A particular relative?
roll a
Perhaps.
luck check.
Oh dear.
Can't wait to see this.
I don't know if good luck means I see her or I don't see her.
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
What was your Well, it doesn't matter. I was. You're lucky enough to not have to deal with that right now.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say if I did see her, I was gonna get Goro to try and feed her some spice, but
Goro would absolutely do that.
You should just do it anyway.
I can't see her though. So.
Can I do a check to see if I find her? From
Okay,
where
yeah,
I'm at?
sure. Just do a luck check yourself.
Okay, so it's just what, 2d6?
Just straight 2d6. Very middle of the ground luck, not enough.
Oh wow. I keep convincing other Zoras to try this.
All right, you do so. Arbit, what are you up to?
Arbit is, if it's like a buffet type table where everyone lines up, he has, so you got to hear this whole thing before you fully conceptualize. He has 3 separate plates cradled in one hand, but none of them are full. Each one of them are specifically designated as like you can just see him very slowly take the tiniest bit of food and put it in a way that it separates the dries from the wets. Then he takes it over to a table, doesn't matter where, puts it down, and very slowly taste tests all of them while making the most serious anime face ever, like this.
Interesting.
He's like all the food.
A random Zora walks up to you, Arbit. Are you he's wearing so Zoras don't wear too much in general because they want to be able to stay sleek in the water and all that.
They live free, man.
But though this guy is wearing kind of like a it's mostly metal, but though they put some bluing agents on it and blacking agents on it to make it look kind of like it's got tuxedo vibes, but it is still made out of just their usual silver or nickel or whatever. Comes up to you and is is holding a tray as well of little hors d'oeuvres or something. It's all fish, and it's just fish on bread. And
was this whole buffet just seafood?
Mostly,
Yeah. Of course it was.
just different flavors of seafood.
The flavor of home. How I miss this.
And bread. So they come up to you, and it's like,
Is there a problem with the dish? I can always get something else to your liking, perhaps.
That's okay. Now this is a question for you, Will. Is it good food?
roll luck.
He rolls poorly. All you see, well, I don't know if it was actually good food or not.
On a scale from 1 to 12, it's an 8.
You don't say.
Wow.
You've had worse.
I sit there and I'm like, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Nani?
You know? It's pretty good. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that. If there's any things that I can get for you, let me know.
Yeah. Thank you. He's so focused, absolutely hyper fixated on making sure he can distinguish the taste of the food to understand it.
Goro's just eating at like the buffet table. He doesn't even have a plate. He's just taking one thing at a time.
No, like if there's a pan full of something, you just pick up the entire.
Yes.
Pan and just, like,
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
grab.
He's
the
a
next one.
I was just running around with a pan on top of
Sticking your face inside of it and licking it out.
Absolutely.
On your head, running around screaming like.
Well, maybe not running around screaming, but he definitely like picks up the biggest plate of stuff and just starts like eating it.
All right.
Not sharing at all.
Rova, you as in Tekka are approached by just a random Zora, just a Zora child that comes up and is like, "Are you one of the heroes?
Excuse me?
Are you one of the heroes?"
Oh, yep, that's me. I'm a Sheikah and I'm a hero. Who's a Sheikah?
Wow! Can you sign this?
What is it?
He
rock
hands
or-
you. It's just a blank piece of parchment, and on it is like crudely drawn with like some like wax crowns or whatever, a drawing of the Triforce and what looks like maybe a Zora person, and another person with a sword and a Hylian with blonde hair, all high like they're all like holding up their swords together to where they kind of like cross over and intersect and stuff.
Okay. I'll in the corner. I'll put in Tekka's initial. I'll put a big IT, and then I'll draw a smiley face, and then I hand it back.
Wow, thank you, mister. What was your name?
My name's in Tekka.
Wow, nice. Where are you from? Are you a Hylian?
No, I'm a Sheikah from the place where Sheikahs come from.
Whoa, what's a Sheikah?
Listen, kid, I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna grab some food. I walk away.
I can come with you.
We come from Kakariko Village. That's the place where we Sheikah, who's me, come from.
Do I see this happening?
Yes.
I just look over and I mouth.
I look over to you. I have like fish or something in my mouth. And I'm like, and then I keep eating.
I point at the child.
I look back over. Keep eating.
Yo, welcome in, Savage. Great to see you here today.
I look at
Zelda.
Sandy.
Zelda comes up. Well, Zelda's over there and sees you, and she's just like, she starts walking over, and then as she wait, hold on, luck check. As she starts walking over, the king walks up to her and is like,
Hey, Princess Zelda! Hey, how's it going, friend?
I swipes her.
Hey,
Sucks
kid,
for
look!
Rova right now.
Look, kid, it's Princess Zelda. She's a celebrity. You should go see her.
oh,
This is
no.
gonna work.
give me a
influence or perform.
I have good influence. Actually, wait. I think. Hold on. Let me check. I think the spell that I'm using right now gives me a. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's deception. Okay. Influence. Well,
Right in the middle.
average.
It for a kid that works.
Sure.
Yeah,
Perfect.
why not?
The princess?
Yeah, right there.
Wow.
Go
That's
talk
fine.
to her.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go hide under the table now.
Alrighty. Who had? I just had a bad idea, but we're going to come back to that.
A
Uh-oh.
bad idea?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna end
Bad
up
for y'all.
destroying half the castle.
So the
Time to pull out the bombs.
whatchamacallit, Zanzi, you are approached by a one of the Zora Butler, carrying a tray of drinks. They are all colored a thick, kind of like a turquoise, that you like completely opaque. And this yeah, what that means sees correct. And as the Zora comes up,
Madam, is it, you were one of the heroes mentioned, were you not?
Yeah.
Would you like a drink or perhaps, something else of your liking?
No, thank you. I'm okay. Thanks.
You sure? These apple bottom tarts are very, tasty.
I'm sure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything, ma'am.
Thanks. Can I like try to like sneak out of the room?
You're like 7 foot something.
Listen!
Stealth roll.
How are you gonna sneak out?
Listen!
You're taller than half the Zora here.
That's why I asked, okay? It might be possible, you never know.
Sneak. I'm going to need you to roll me. What is that?
Agility?
I think it's. Is it? I don't think agility is a thing. Oh, it is a thing.
Yeah, I think it's just ability.
Agility with disadvantage, please.
I don't remember how to do the.
Just roll it twice. Take the lower.
Roll it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I roll twice?
Not bad.
Yep.
Fine.
You got this. You can find the button.
It rolled.
Yeah,
It did?
she
It
rolled.
didn't roll for me.
Yeah, I got a
You
9
got a
and
9 and
11.
11.
What?
Sounds like
Oh my goodness! There it goes.
He fixed it.
All right, 9 and 11. So you got a 9, which is not bad. You start to sneak out. As you do so, as you are heading out,
Uh-oh.
Karina and the real Anteka start walking in.
Uh-oh.
Oh crap!
I am under the table.
I'm gonna like grab Anteka's arm and like just pull him out the door for a minute.
The real one?
Yeah, the real one.
Okay.
Well, the fake one's under a table, so.
Oh, hey, hey, Zanzi. Oh, what?
Keep it down. Come with me.
Okay, what's up?
I'm gonna like pull him outside and
What's up?
just like sit on the wall for a sec and like just breathe. Okay, you can't go in there.
Why?
Well, long story short, can't really get into many details, but there's a situation and one of the party members is disguised as you. So You can't go in there because then we'll blow our cover.
Why her? As me?
Yes.
I could have just been a random Hylian.
But you could have.
It's too
Once
late
you
now.
did. Well, no, you're under a table. You could cancel the spell and then.
Yeah, but I don't
reactivate
know. I haven't seen this happen yet.
It. Oh,
What-
true.
What made you want to be me?
It wasn't me. I don't know. I just know he's disguised as you and can't go in there. We need to find a place before somebody sees you, and I can't be around crowds, and I'm gonna like start hyperventilating and just like freak out a little bit,
What?
just like breathing heavily.
Roll perform.
I find this funny how a 7-foot-something Garuda warrior is hyperventilating.
Listen,
right now.
everybody has their weaknesses, okay? We're gonna perform. Oh.
Oh, the weather, it's starting to drizzle a little bit.
That's typical for Zora weather.
Yeah, that's about right. Yep, we're solid though.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Okay.
His character is in the bathroom. He drank too much.
Yes.
It's not you're the sense of urgency you were describing doesn't it's present, but it's not like, you know, you're not making it come across like it's life or death, but there is a sense of urgency there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, I'll keep out. But why? I'm not like an important person or anything. There's not really any way that you can influence
now.
someone as me.
That was the point. We needed. She needed to be someone who was not recognizable.
Someone who is
Not
not
important.
important.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say not important. I like it. Gosh.
oh, I see. So someone that's not important.
Not someone that's not important. Just not someone who would usually be here. Not someone who'd be easily identifiable here.
I don't think that's any better.
Listen, I'm panicking at this point. I'm doing the best I can. I'm
But I come to Zora City so often. It's so close by.
Oh, he got you there.
I didn't know that. Well,
Look at the map.
well, no one told me that he visits often. Like,
You should have picked a random nobody, man.
it's too late.
Somebody
now.
that wasn't an
They
important
see me
NPC.
with the Triforce walking around. It's
I'm
too
just gonna
late.
like not know what to
I
do
mean-
and just start getting really overwhelmed and like just like start slowly slipping down the wall like curling a ball.
Look. It's okay. You are you okay? Are you hurt?
Nope, not hurt. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. You just need to find a place to hide, and I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I'll go somewhere else. Then I don't know. Everything's closed right now.
She's gonna like jump up and just like try to compose herself. Be like, okay, can we just like, I don't know, like go find somewhere to like sit that's like not in plain sight, but also like nearby in case something happens.
Yeah, sure. That's a good idea. Let's go do that.
Okay, I'm just gonna have you lead.
Alright. You do so.
Oh,
Arbit.
jeez.
What's the status report?
Food is average. What?
You sound like somebody who's giving like a Michelin star review.
That-
Food's
I am.
average.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know I wasn't. You know, food's average, but average food is food.
The most
Whoa.
confusing.
What is happening with my?
The most confusing thing to write a review on.
So, did I get an offer from the dude walking around with the icy hot and shot glass? Like, what was that about?
The show. Yeah. Eventually, yes. The glasses of apple goop make their way over to you.
I'm gonna look at it and say, that's a liquid. Hearts aren't liquid, right?
It's yes, and it has apple flavor.
Okay.
That's
And I'm
not fish.
gonna try one. I'm stupid.
It's flavored using apple bottoms.
Are the boots with the fur with it too?
I just shoot it. I however it's adjusted, I adjust it.
It tastes as if it came out of a boot with the fur.
The trap here was that you got to say that.
Absolutely.
Now the whole club is looking at you.
I don't because I'm
Exactly what I mean.
back to my anime considering position.
While they're distracted by him, I'm gonna try and sneak out as well.
All right, roll agility.
Okay. Am I disadvantaged as well?
Yep.
Lovely.
Come on, something
'Cause
happened
everyone in the building now knows that you are important. So, dang.
here. Not bad.
I have good agility.
I guess so.
Cool.
You make it most of the way out. You get to the door and then you spot Karina, and she looks back out the door, looks at you.
Oh no.
I grab her and I go out the door.
Oh
I'm going to jail!
Yeah, he is.
jeez. Totally going to jail.
Wait, she's the other Sheikah person, or
Yeah, she's the main Sheikah person.
Okay.
She is the tribe leader.
Yeah, the Karen.
He's probably so confused on why you just grabbed her.
I just
So
realized
bad.
it sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
okay. So I
she,
pull her outside. I'm like, listen, okay,
That's your
there's a
wife.
psycho. It's me, Rova. There's a psycho fish killer somewhere in there who wants to kill me. So I'm disguised as Zentekka. So don't blow my cover. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Excuse me. Firstly, you can't just grab my wrist like that and expect to get on my good side. Firstly, and secondly,
She has
What?
a good side.
She has a good side.
Look, if you see, it's Rova. Show the Triforce.
I get that, but still, explain yourself.
If you see another Zora that looks like I normally look like, do not make contact.
roll
We're in a
luck.
sticky situation here.
Roll luck.
Oh no.
Can I influence?
No.
Oh wait, no, this is something different than this.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna walk up. Well, not great.
She's absolutely gonna walk up on you. Absolutely, there's no way.
Rova, you got to explain a little bit more than that. As the leader of the Sheikah tribe and as your boss, I demand to be in the know.
Well, technically you're not my boss, so
What a Karen!
there's a Zora who I mean, what else do you need to know? There's a Zora who wants to kill me, and
Why?
it's a family matter. It's complicated.
Okay, so you said it's someone that looks like you.
twin sister looks like me, thinks I may have people think I may have done a murder. She doesn't want me to let anyone know that she was the one who actually did the murder. If
What,
I'm
like-
found,
Does she look like that lady? And yeah, walking towards the door. I am going to.
I'm gonna dive out of sight as soon as I see her.
I am going to roll her perception.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Arch in chat, catch if you Pokemon want that. So she looks at you and is like, you're and then also looks at the actual Inteka, who's not too far away.
Oh, snap.
And then will approach, like starts walking towards you with like a just absolutely evil look of hatred in her eyes as she starts
I'm gonna walk over to the actual Inteka and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Inteko, my brother, my main man, good to see ya." And I'm gonna start talking to him and pretend that we're twin brothers. What's up, Inteko?
Roll perform.
Oh boy. I love how while all of this is going on, me and
not guile. I have good guile.
I
Nope, this is
love how
perform.
while all of this crap is hitting the fan, me and Solid are eating food.
Yeah, let's cut to Kogoro here.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I was enjoying this awkward conversation.
Yeah, hard cut to Kogoro. Go.
He clears off like half the table. Like there's maybe a quarter of the food left on the table.
They start bringing in a fresh platter, and you just take the whole platter.
Yes. What I do is as soon as I see somebody come in with a big platter that's like being carried by like 2 Zora, I just go over and I'm like, I will handle this, comrade. And I pick it up and I start walking away with it while I'm eating the food off the plate. I see Solid's character just contemplating the food, and I'm like, eh. I start looking around for everybody else, and I'm like, where did everybody go? So he starts walking around trying to find them while he's eating off this giant plate of food.
You find Arbit.
Congrats.
Arbit, did you see where the others went?
I finally look up and I analyze the plates. There's still food on all of them, mind you. Like one has had a tiny bite taken out of it, and I go, well, I finished the party, so I was thinking we might go look for them.
Good idea. Are you going to finish that?
We could, but no.
I immediately take the food. And I dump it all onto the big plate that I have. And then I start eating while I'm walking.
It's like pebble-sized pieces of remnants of food.
Goro don't care.
This is so much better than Brock's.
Well, the fact that he eats rocks and metal on a daily basis, food is like a luxury item to him. Because it actually has flavor and taste.
All the flavor they have is spice.
Oh yeah, I'm also dumping my spices on this plate of food.
You can have rock or you can have hot rock.
Pretty much. So I guess we're gonna go look for the others.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I finished the party. I completed the party. The party is over.
I do not know what that means.
I tried all the food.
But did you try this? And then I hand him a piece of food that has like a bunch of Goron spice on it.
I try it. I don't even.
Cutting back to the Rova scene.
As soon as he eats it, we cut away.
Yeah.
We come back. he's
Goes
just
in
gonna be,
mouth,
like,
hard
throwing
cut.
up.
It's like a Windows Movie Maker face.
Right?
Like Star Wars transitions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually
Oh,
played in my head.
those transitions are so bad.
The sister starts walking up to Ewan and Tekka together. She's like Brandon. There's something in her pocket that she's like, not pocket, but the pouch that she's got her hand on. You can't quite tell what. She just hasn't pulled it out of said pouch yet. In the midst of this, Karina runs up and is like, and Tekka and Brenteka, you two, over here, right now.
Brenteka.
I just called him in Techo. Okay.
Just a nickname. Just a nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. Coming. I scurry over.
Listen, you two. Wait, we are here on official Sheikah business, all right? I don't want any kind of nonsense here. This is a Zora party, and we are here to be representatives and ambassadors, firstly and foremostly. So you two better start getting along and actually act like brothers, all right?
Yeah,
She's seriously
Bryn.
falling for this?
Yeah, Bryn Tech. And I punch.
She's
him.
not falling for it. She's
No, she's
Oh,
helping
she's
us.
playing along. Okay.
Yeah.
She's on
I
our
was gonna
side
say.
reluctantly.
and Tech is just like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And Zanzi, what do you do? You're in the situation
You're
too.
just watching all of this.
I'm just
unfold.
like, I have no idea what's going on at this point. I'm just sitting there like,
Oh, you see Rova's sister.
She's right there.
see, now you're just giving me a hard choice. That's not fair.
What
Welcome
will
to
you
Tabletop
do?
RPGs.
This is not fair.
I look back at
Zanzi.
Zanzi and I just shake my head very, very subtly.
I cannot
I'm just-
wait
I'm
to
just
get in the
gonna
middle
walk-
of this.
like walk around her and go towards the
Just walk
twin
away
brothers.
slowly. She raises the alarm, then we got all the guards coming at us.
Alrighty. Edward, the sister stops in her tracks, and takes her hand out of her satchel, just kind of like crosses her arms, and just kind of goes back and starts walking inside.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stick with Inteka now and go wherever he goes. That's the play.
Karina pulls you in, and is like,
I expect explanations.
That's the one. She's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm. Full story later.
lets you go.
Okay. Whew. Well, I think I'm ready for bed. What about you guys? It's been a long night.
All right. And that is where we will take a 5-ish or so minute break.
All right.